Hi there, welcome to the latest episode of my 10-minute moan. The topic of this 10-minute moan is the latest poll results from YouGov. Quite a big main poll they've done, and just read out the headlines and I'll go through a couple of the outcomes of the poll. This is the first YouGov MRP of the 2024 general election. Shows that Labour are on track to beat the 1997 landslide. And our first MRP projection of 2024's British general election suggests Keir Starmer could be heading down the street with a historic majority of 194 seats. With a central projection of 422 Labour wins, this result would be beyond landslide territory, but only would Starmer's majority be bigger than the number that Tony Blair achieved in 1997, but it would in fact be the second largest majority in British political history, after Stanley Baldwin's figure of 210 in 1925. Right, so that's that bit out of the road. Most people tuning into my programmes want to know about Scottish politics, so let's go down to the section dealing with such. Let me just scan down here. The Greens, don't need Reform, Lib Dems, where are we? Scotland, here we go. According to our model, Labour will be the largest party in Scotland by some margin. Our seat totals have Labour taking 34 seats, the SNP 17, the Conservatives 5 and the Lib Dems 1. This is the biggest Labour seat haul in Scotland since 2005 and 2010, both of which they won 41 seats. So even for an election with such a dramatic change in composition of the House of Commons, the churn in Scotland is very large. That means the amount of seats turning over. Out of Scotland's 57 seats, 35 seats are changing hands according to our model, which is 61% of all seats. This compares to 41% of all seats in England. Scotland is also notably more marginal than England. This is a bit I need to talk about. On average, the winning party's lead is 8 points in Scotland, compared to 23 points in England. 20 seats, more than a third of the total, are a toss-up. All 20, the SNP are one of two parties vying for top spot, with Labour the other party in 17 cases. Now, what we can take out of this is, if this is accurate information, which will be close, right? There's 20 coin toss seats. So what we need to do is, for those who want to see SNP banished and help get them out of Westminster and then hopefully repeat at Holyrood, and go some way to take away the £1.2 million they have in short money and the £400,000 or £500,000 they have money they take from their members on what's called the ministerial levy. That's about £4,000. So people that want to make a dent in that need to get out and vote. It's that simple, okay? Now, regardless of whether you're tactical voting or not, you need to get out and vote. And if you are tactically voting, then prick up your ears, because I'm going to go through a couple of the seats that are very close across Scotland. Now, I'm going to just go back up here to the interactive map, because I've put a map with all the constituencies in the UK, and I'm going to obviously just look at the ones in Scotland just now. So the way the map looks, there's a big blue chunk down at the borders, where they've got Berwickshire, Roxburgh, Selkirk, Dumfriesshire, Clydesdale and Tweeddale, and the Dumfries and Galloway constituencies, all going to Tory. Now, the results there, they're estimating is in Berwickshire, 40% Tory, 31 SNP. The Dumfriesshire is 37 Tory, 30 SNP, and 34 in Dumfries and Labour, Dumfries and Galloway, I beg your pardon, 34% for Conservative, 20% Labour, and 33% SNP. So that's quite a tight one. We have the SNP 33, Tories 34. Two things happen. If some of the Labour people decide to tactically vote and go to Tory, it could make it quite an easy night for them. But if not, then everybody who wants to tactically vote or vote Conservative naturally need to get out and vote. It's that simple to protect that blue, make sure that stays blue. Or that could be a seat that could, going by their numbers, easily slip from Tory actually to SNP. So we get cracking. Then we've got a big, massive red bit all the way through the central belt, apart from a couple of Edinburgh seats. So they have Edinburgh West, SNP win from Lib Dem, where they have SNP on 30, Lib Dem on 24, Labour 16, Tory 6. So are you going to get many SNP voters swinging from that 30% into Lib Dem? Probably doubtful at this point, but some of them might go away from SNP somewhere else, maybe back to Labour or whatever. So if that could come down a wee bit, and Lib Dems need some help there from the Labour or Tories to help tactically vote to give Edinburgh West a chance of not being an SNP seat. And the other one in the central belt they've got painted yellow is Edinburgh South West, where they have SNP 34, Labour 33. So, tight one. People that want movement, it's an SNP seat just now. People that want movement from that need to go and do something about it and go and get some Labour votes in that constituency to take that seat off. Then the whole central belt, according to this poll, would be red. So let me see if there's some tight ones here. Look, that's a tight one again. Labour 32, SNP 31, Conservative 23. So, you know, it's not a done deal. People need to be wary about that. Central Ayrshire, Labour 35, SNP 31. So again, it's one that's not a guarantee. So people need to get voting. North Ayrshire and Arran, that is, isn't it? No, it's Central Ayrshire. So North Ayrshire and Arran, Labour 38, SNP 34. Where are we? Labour, quite a decent. Labour 41, SNP 34 in Inverclyde and Renfrewshire West. Paisley, Renfrewshire South. Labour 39, SNP 36. No an easy one. That would be again from SNP. Kilmarnock tight. Labour 39, SNP 35. East Gren. Now, East Gren's a strange one because there's a lot of people saying some different things about it. Their figures are showing Labour 41, SNP 30. So that looks quite comfortable for Labour, but you know, let's not get complacent with that. Paisley, Renfrewshire North, Labour 40, SNP 34. Not a big difference, so again, need to concentrate on it. Western Bartonshire looks a bit of a shoe-in with Labour at 49, SNP at 35, but again, let's not be complacent. I'm going to have a quick look round the Glasgow ones. What we got? Glasgow West, Labour 37, SNP 33. Too tight for my liking. Glasgow North, 37, 33. Glasgow West, 36, 36. It must just be very marginal on this poll for Glasgow West. So, you know, let's go out and vote tactically there for Labour. Glasgow South West, Labour 41, SNP 33. It looks like a no-hoper for them, but let's remain vigilant. Glasgow East, Labour 40, SNP 33. Glasgow North East, Labour 36, SNP 35. Too close for my comfort. So, you know, the Glasgow ones there again, some of them look as if they will be shoe-ins for Labour, but let's not be complacent. Rutherglen, Labour 46, SNP 31. No surprise there after what happened to their MP recently. East Kilbride, Labour 46, SNP 32. What have I missed out? Hamilton and Clyde Valley, Labour 45, SNP 30. What a doing. Motherwell, Wishaw, Carluke, Labour 49, SNP 31. Airdrie Shotts, geez, Labour 51, SNP 30. Don't get complacent, my good Lanarkshire friends. Let's keep that safe. Coatbridge, Bells Hill, Labour 52, SNP 30. Cumbernauld, Kirky, 40, third place 38. Now that's super tight. That means nobody's voting for anybody else practically in that constituency. So let's keep banging the drum for folk to get out and vote there. Any that I've missed out before I hit Edinburgh, Livingston 43-32, Labour beating SNP. Bathgate, Livingston 43-30. Labour winning again. Labour in Falkirk, this would be 38-33. It's no one easy. Dunkirky, Alloa, Grangemouth. Now this is going to be, you would think, a landslide because of what's going on there at that plant. They're showing Labour 37, SNP 35, so we need a bit of work there. Dunfermline and Dollar, Labour 41, SNP 32, Cowdenbeath and Kirkcaldy, Labour 50, SNP 27, Glenrothes and Mid-Fife, Labour 37, SNP 36, so a bit of work to be done in that bit of Fife. Edinburgh North and Leith, Labour 35, SNP 34, tight, super tight. Done these. Edinburgh East and Musselburgh. This is showing an SNP one at 37 with Labour on 34. Wee bit of work, that could be turned round. Edinburgh South West, Labour 33, SNP 34. These are borderline for the yellow ones here. Edinburgh West, where are we here? SNP 30, Lib Dem 24, so bit of work to be done there with the tactical voters going for Lib Dem by the sounds of it. Lothian East, Labour 47, SNP 26, that's a proper doing. Midlothian, Labour 43, SNP 29, let's go for that looks good. So, that's where we are with the ones that they're sort of looking at. Did I do the Aberdeen North and Moray East, 37 Tory, 31 SNP, so no super safe, but the right side. Gordon and Buchan, 35 plays 30, 5% difference, not massive, so, keep that one strong, please, guys, up there. Then we're going to just have a flick route. So they've got the sort of middle bit of the country up to the Highlands all yellow. The only Lib Dem one they've got is 31 plays 30, Orkney and Shetland. So need a wee bit of work up there, please. And the one that I can never say, Null Ellen and I do apologise to our Gaelic speakers, but that's up Stornoway area. They've got Labour 38, SNP 32, so hopefully stay strong up there, guys. So this middle bit, I'm going to have a wee look about the interactive map here and see what we've got, any sort of unsafe ones. 34s, what's that? Caithness, looks a bit unbeatable. Inverness, Skye and West Rossshire, Labour 25, SNP 38, to a bit of a swing there to get a bit of a dent in the ones that they've got down for SNP. Just trying to see. Gyle and Bute, Labour 23, SNP 34. Stirling's a close one. Stirling and Strathallan, they've got SNP 35, Labour 32, so that could be a close one. Mid Dumbartonshire, 29 for SNP, 28 for Labour. Mid Dumbartonshire, dearie me, that's a tight one. Oh, here's another tight one. SNP 30, Lib Dem 28 and North East Fife. So it looks good, right? And if you can get the SNP down to 17, anything. I said, Bill, before the election was called, that anything 20 to 25, anything mid-20s would be a great result to damage their income for the next 5 years. But some of these polls suggesting 17, I mean, some of them are down at 11, and one I think was in single figures. Fantastic. But I think it's we've still got about 3 weeks left of campaigning, and a lot could happen. And I'll keep monitoring these as they go along. I'll keep suggesting people should tactically vote like I will, and hopefully get rid of these people. But I think we need to, for people who are unionists and people who are nationalists are just fed up with the SNP, you need to get your pals, make sure they're going out to vote, because if folk go, my areas know somebody I want to vote for and it looks as if they might win anyway, that might be enough to lose a seat. And likewise, there's some areas there that are quite borderline that could be taken off SNP, and there's a few that are on the Labour numbers there that could easily swing to SNP. So we just need to encourage people who are like-minded to make sure they're going to vote and just keep an eye out on the updates. I'll do these frequently through the rest of the campaign, and I've got the links to the Scotland and Union tactical voting website, and after speaking to them, if there was to be any huge swings, they've sort of locked in their recommendations, but if there was to be huge things to to swing it, then they might look at, you know, 1 or 2 constituencies. And they did say that sort of 95% of them were already concrete, but, you know, there's maybe a handful that could go Tory or Labour might be the best suited to tactically vote, and they will monitor that through the campaign. So, you know, there'll be plenty of info out there, and even in the morning of the 4th of July is the day when we all make sure when we get that pencil in our hand, we're doing the right box. All right, so if you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up. If you want to share it with your friends, hit the share button. Most importantly of all, as long as you're not any of the SNP crackpots, everybody else have a great day. Cheery, bye now.